go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. They find some open field here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Malik McDowell breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action now. Jackson going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already on their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 64 yards.
And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now this time he'll look to throw. Dance into his nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 40, the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Well, Charles. Fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game,
that is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman,
a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go, set.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his man, Thornton.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. .36 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ready.
Back to throw again.
Out left and complete to Thornton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens 19-yard line.
Down.
2nd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts
From 17 yards out.
And the Falcons are able to at least get one score back.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Okay, break. Drop 50, drop 50. Hurt. 19 right.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Ready.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
17.
2nd and 9 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before half. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he gets this to Thornton.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Tyquan Thornton, 47 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's the 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw here.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown Falcons.
Tyquan Thornton,
Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
and the Falcons are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Cut. Ready?
Second down at 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Right back to him on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Seven Pirates.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Eluding the pressure right.
And caught by London. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, You definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Yeah, not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Smash!
They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Uses the stiff arm. And some room to roll now. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Viking, 18. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 4. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be first down Atlanta. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Hold it ready. Cut 19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Well, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Deputy Ranger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Isaiah Likely.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw.
Connecting with Bird.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
He'll get this into the hands of Bird.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
On the
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Taken right around the 44. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.